Hello everybody, Frankie Day, back again on YouTube. Okay guys, this evening YouTube, I gotta make a little presentation of what I bought at the hobby shop today. I haven't seen this kit, oh Jesus, since 1965, many years ago. And it's a new kit that Revell Germany brought out. It's not actually, it's the same old kit. It's Revell 1/28 scale, Sopwith Camel. Revell did a line, a very small line of larger scale plastic models back in the late 1950s. 1958 they brought out their Eddie Rickenbacker Spad, which I have. I think I made a Builds of a Past video of that. And so if anybody wants to check out that video, just go back to my channel and you'll probably see it on there, Builds of the Past. And this one here is a Sopwith Camel. This was the last of the 1/28 scale, larger scale that Revell produced. This kit came out in actually 1960. And the DR1 triplane came out in 1959, so they came out about a year apart from each other. And somehow along the line, I guess Revell kind of lost interest in making any more World War I larger scale aircraft. So I guess they more or less directed their finds on more or less on the three most popular World War I biplanes used back in the First World War: the Camel, the Spad, and the famous DR1 triplane. So those three aircraft right there cannot be they're the most popular in that range. Okay, guys. And before we get started with the unboxing review of this kit, Uncle Sam sent me my naval pension check today. I was quite relieved of that because the first falls on this Sunday, so I got a little early. I was very pleased about that. Went out and paid some bills. Went out and got my wife and I a good old pizza to eat. I'm so stuffed. That darn pizza right now, my belly feels like a hunk of dough with too much yeast. So I got to stay up night and do some push-ups and work that stuff down. And anyway, when I stumbled to the hobby shop, I went and bought me some more cement today. My main goal was to go to the hobby shop and get some more modeling supplies such as glue. Because yesterday, while I was working on my SkyTrain, my terrier, my dog, jumped to my lap and knocked over my big old bottle of my liquid cement. Boy, I was pissed. I could have shot him in the duff with that damn tank of mine again, but that was my fault because I wasn't paying too much attention to what was on the workbench and pet the dog at the same time. So I ventured to my hobby shop today and went out and bought a couple of big bottles of that. And incidentally, I like that Tamai extra thin cement, fellas. That's pretty good. You guys really inspired me in that cement. That stuff is not bad. I mean, it smells like banana oil, but all glues have some kind of a stench to it, though. But it makes that plastic. It gives you a little working time because the stuff I use, like plastic strut or ambroid liquid glues, they evaporate and dry too quickly. And I'm not used to darn piecing something together and running a brush full of cement for it to do a capillary action to the seams. I like to have it coated. So I learned a very interesting tip from Chris and Alex Modeling. I mean, those two guys right there, a father and son dual building team, those guys are very superb. And they do very good work. Very admirable work. And like an old goat like me, I'm still learning. And well, I've seen Chris use the application of that Tamaya liquid glue on there by 2 or 3 coats on it like that, so it just kind of softens the plastic a little bit to be tacky so we can join. It's magic together. So that was a good tip I learned, and that's how I built my SkyTrain. That's the same way I'd be doing this one right here. Okay, guys, we're going to get back to this kit right now. It's just kind of rambling a little bit. So anyway, before I show the kit, I like to talk. And a little lonesome tonight too, you know, and I stumbled hobby shop by the glue and say, "Hey Frank, we got some new stuff back there." Oh wow! Let me sample it out. So I went back there and ventured back there in the shelves and came across this, and so I'm buying this. I haven't seen this damn thing since 1965. It's an old kit. Actually, I look at the parts of the kit and everything. It's the same old kit, guys. This is a 1960 kit that's been reboxed, reissued so many times. It's too hard for me to keep up. And so this is the same kit. It's been released by Revell of Germany. It's a 1/28 scale. F1 Sopwith Camel. I've never seen a paint scheme on a camel like this. Mostly they had silver. The cowlings were aluminum. The undersides were either a khaki or a buff color. And you got kind of like a green drab on the top surfaces. This one here, I guess it belongs to the Royal Navy back then. I guess the Royal Navy more used camels usually. The Sopwith Camel came in late during World War I. By the time it came out about 4 months before by 1918, almost by the time World War I was completely abolished, this aircraft actually came out, and this was a development from the Sopwith Pup. The Sopwith Pup was a little smaller than the Sopwith Camel. The Sopwith Camel was very, very heavy, and a lot of the pilots that flew the Camel had to acquire special skills to make sure when they landed on the undercarriage is that the tail came down a lot more quicker along with the parallel with the ground. In other words, the plane would topple. And that was the biggest problem they had with the Sopwith Camel. And so a lot of pilots mastered the technical difficulties of landing the Camel by trial and error and pilot error too. So they learned. Okay, guys, right here you see right here is a 1/28 scale. Reissue after reissue after reissue of a 1960 Revell kit. The kit, the parts are the same old kit that was back in 1960. The only thing that's different is the boxing, the color schedule of the decals, and the instructions. Those are the only differences on the kit. It's the same old kit. The original color of the original kit was a dark green color, and it came with monofilament for rigging. So this kit here comes with a nice spool of nylon thread, and you apply a couple coats of beeswax over it. Make sure so that actually keeps the moisture inside the thread, keeps it from fretting. So I'm not going to use the thread in this kit. I got monofilament I'm going to use. Or that I'll use a very low, at least 5/1000 fishing line, like fly fishing line was an excellent candidate for rigging this. I may elect that type of installation for the rigging wires. Okay, guys, this kit runs $19.95 on the hobby shelves. In the United Kingdom, I wouldn't have a clue how much it costs over there, but it's probably maybe a little cheaper or the same. But anyway, I got this kit. It retails $19.95, and I got it for $12. I guess it pays off being an old goat with a senior citizen Buckeye card and being a naval vet for 30 years. So I guess I get some kind of a benefit. So I'm very grateful for that. Okay, boys. Right now we're going to go inside this kit and take a look, and we're going to review this kit very carefully before I close off the video. And we're going to go right now to it, fellas, and see what's shaking with this thing. It's a very beautiful airplane, guys. I'm very happy I got this. I've always had a great admiration for World War I aircraft. And during that time of World War I and the aircraft that transpired back in those days has brought forth technology for today. And the instructions out. Get everything prepared. I should have everything prepared, fellas, before making this video. What the devil? Well, excuse me, guys. The thread fell out of the box here. Okay, guys. Nothing lost, Mr. Christian. Nothing lost. Okay, guys. We're going to set the box top right here. We're going to start out with the instructions. Here are the instructions right here. Typical Revell Germany instructions. You see one instruction booklet and one Revell Germany kit. You see them all because all treated in the same nature. Of course, when you open up the first page, you're graded with legends, instructions. This kit's all bilingual. And you got your tips down here. It shows you the do's and don'ts. Of course, we all know that. This is elementary to us. Okay, guys. Over here, on the second instructions, you got your options. You have all your options right here. Steps, your procedures, and all these codes right here with legend codes would tell you what the parts are, how they're assembled and everything. And down here in the fine, excuse me, I'm very sorry. I apologize for using this Medcam. I gotta start making these in-box reviews using my new camera. It's so much better and clearer on here, but it takes twice as long to load on the camera than it does on here. So I make it fast and sweet, boys. This kit's bilingual, so I imagine these are all general instructions written in bilingual. So okay, so we'll go across that BS right there, and we'll get to the real thing. Okay, right here, fellas. Right over here is your color call-out codes. Has all your colors to build this kit. Beginning with the instructions of the kit. Up here they gave you a parts layout, a parts list in their entirety as on the sprues. On the bottom over here, in preparation of joining the fuselage in half, you run your rigging line through. Because this airplane is built and rigged at the same time, instead of building the airplane, then rigging and adding a top wing. This thing builds precisely the same way as their 128 SPAD and their 128 DR1 triplane. It makes it very, very easy and very simplified. Actually, rigging this type of model, this type of instructional fashion, it makes life very sweeter for the biplane enthusiast and connoisseur. Right here, it has parts of your pilot's probably has the wicker seat on there, the cockpit floor, your rudder pedals, your joystick. You got your fuel pump right there, your throttle quadrant controls. You got your instrument panel. You got your baffle exhaust system, which goes up to the coffin starters. You got your headrest, and also has color call-outs for the. These are optional. There's a decal that fits on here too, as well as an option. If you decide that you don't want to use the decal, you got a color decal on. You got a color call out there that pertains to the color code of the dial pacing of your instrument panel. And you got your Lerone rotary engine right here. It's comprised of 4 pieces, and it's very, very simply constructed. Has color call outs as well. The joining of the fuselage is all together right there. Of course, you have all your, as you can see right here, fellas, you can see all the rigging lines coming out of there I'm talking about. See, this thing, you rig it up as you go along. You can't go wrong. Now, I can remember, incidentally, talking about rigging, the first one of these I bought was back in 1965. And I had great meetings of getting one back in 1960, but by that time I was in the Navy, I was overseas. I had no accessibility in any hobby shops, and I was a fleet sailor back then, and I had no clue, no iota if I ever get one of these kits or anything like that. So in 1965, when I got one of these, the rigging line that comes to it was kind of like a decorator. Like a decorator thread, real aluminum, really shiny. It was very good. As a matter of fact, when you glued it, didn't have no crazy glue back in those days. What we used was just plain old cement, and you tape it together, let it dry. And they gave you that was a great effect for flying wires. But now they give you nothing but nylon thread, which ain't no good. So you get thread kits like that, throw it away. Use 2 things. Use fly fishing line, the finest that there is, the smallest that there is, 5/6 thousandths, wherever there is. And also, you can use monofilament, which is bad. Don't use sprue. Sprue is good. All the time I recommend using sprue in World War I biplanes, those little small inky-dinky 1/72nd scale jobs, because they're so small. Ain't no way you can be able to rupture the sprue on there because the plane is so small. Ain't no way you can get in harm's way of destroying the rigging. But you get a big plane like this, at 1/28 scale with a Waffel wingspan 11 3/4 inches. You use sprue on that, it'll break, and all your work is wasted. So it's highly recommended to either use monofilament or you can use very, very fine fishing line. Okay, we go to the other page here, fellas. Has the rest of the instructions of the kit. The joining of the bottom wing. They gave you the bogie interplane and cabin struts right there. Now, when you join the bogies right there, you got to make sure that they're dry fitted to the top and bottom of the wing, and make sure that they're standing flush, because their 1/28 scale span was constructed the same way with the bogie system, and the same thing on the Matchbox, the Hayford bomber that I've done. And they had the bogie struts too. So, like I say, on the bogies right here, fellas, on the bogies right here, you got to make sure that they're sanded and filed flush with the top and bottom wings. That way, when it's seated up flush, just give a little light sanding. Put liquid glue in there while it's drying. Give it a very light sanding. It'll feather. It'll look like it was never there. So that's a very important tip right there, constructing the bogie system. All right, guys. Rest of the assembly as follows, as you can tell. We go to the finishing. They gave you two variants on here. The first variant is what the boxing of the kit is all blue color. It's a blue color from the back of the skins, because when these World War I planes were built, it's almost like the balsa wood radio control planes that you see. Because actually the radio control airplanes are built the same way as the real one, especially this type of aircraft. So from the skin up forward is blue color. On top of the turtle deck, back to the rudder is blue on top, and the whole entire rudder is blue. On the horizontal stabilizer, it's white trim with blue on it, so there's a lot of masking. There's only masking right there is done on it, and the decals will do the rest. The bottom of the wing is a buff color. This aircraft right here portrays a Sopwith Camel No. 10 Squadron, Royal Navy Air Service, stationed in France, March 1918. So I had no idea the Royal Navy ever used these. I always thought it was the Signal Corps that used them. So I learned something right there. We all learned something. Okay, guys, on the second variant that they give you is the Sopwith Camel that I'm accustomed to, which we all are. If you're going to go through all that masking, all that colorful stuff, if you really want to get into just a regular Signal Corps Sopwith Camel, here it is, folks. This is the camel how I'm always noticed it. Either the cowling's either a rust red or a bright red or aluminum. And the one I had back in 1965 was all green drab. It was all olive. It was olive drab. No, olive drab. Green olive drab. Green drab. I'm sorry. I apologize, guys. Got tongue tied again. And the cowling was all aluminum. As a matter of fact, it was Lieutenant Brown's camel. That was the kit was modeled over. Same thing with the 1/28 scale Rickenbacker, which is the SPAD, which is Eddie Rickenbacker's machine. And this is the one I'm accustomed to. So when I get to do this build, there might be a future World War I build be shaken down the line pretty soon, and so this here would be an excellent candidate for that group build right there, if they get one going. And I'm quite sure there probably will be. Okay, guys, this here is some kind of brochure or something of no great importance. I don't have a clue what it is, but that's included in the kit. Safety advice, rules, you know, wash your hands and stuff like that. This stuff is nothing pure BS, guys. Us modelers know better. We ain't stupid. Okay, fellas, here's the decal sheet that they give you. You got two different variants on here. Right here in this corner here, this is the decal that goes in the instrument panel I was talking about. See, it's optional. Either if you don't want to do the decal and you feel that it's cheating, you want to do the real thing, because it's large. This is a large kit, guys. It gives you, and the dial facing is very, very well pronounced. And actually with a very skilled hand, like Bill, for example, how this man could paint figures with their eyeballs looking at you. I mean, this man is a genius when it comes to stuff like that. Damn good job, Mother Bill. You're a good man, Panzer. Okay, and if you don't want to go through all that, use the decal here they give you. Somehow I understand why they don't give you the meatballs in the center of the roundels right there. And so when you put the roundels on, you got to put your meatballs in the center. You just go in your tail fin, as you can tell, and all these white trim here goes over the blue. So actually, all this white, with the exception of these decals here. These decals here, as you can see, as you get closer, you can see where the zip line, separation line goes at. This goes to the second variant. This goes to the Camel that I'm accustomed to, and which you fellas are accustomed to as well. And this sheet here goes on the kit as illustrated in the box top. So I think I'll do that version just to be different. Believe you me, guys, these stuff is coming. These companies come out with is markings I've never seen before. Okay, we'll put that aside. We'll get to the parts. Once you open up that box, you're greeted with a baggie. It contains at least 2 sprues. This thing is a flash devil. It's got flash all over. So what do you expect for a kit that's over 50 years old? It's got to show something. It's like an old man. You got to show something for your age. This kit was originally molded as dark green drab plastic. Now this thing's molded in a tan color. As you look closely at the sprues, folks, you can see all that flashing around it. This thing is a flash killer. It's going to take a lot of time to clean it up. Now I'm very pleased that around the engine details of push rods, yeah, there's flash there too. Dang it. On the inner plane struts, cabin struts, the props, the wheel hubs, you all got flash. You get a little closer here, fellas. You can see it flash all over the place on it. This is a very nice kit, guys. These old kits here, they go together quite well. All you gotta do is you gotta put extra work into it. And there's so many loose parts in it, fellas. I'm afraid to take this out of this baggie here because I may lose them. Because this carpet here I have in my little domain right here, in my little building room here, is, I call it the Houdini rug. When a part hits the rug, it's gone. I don't care what kind of vision you got, it's gone. When you look for it and look for it, you'll never find it. But you only find it when you don't look for it. So anyway, guys, this is the parts contents. I don't know how many parts come in the kit. Oh, it comes with I think it comes with 1 figure right here. He's pretty good size. As you can see, I'm standing right here. He's about a good 3.5 inches tall. To a 1/24 scale model, this guy would be about 12 foot tall. So the fuselage is not too hateful. The wings ain't too hateful. The only flashes on the wings is around the wingtips. And the same thing in the horizontal stabilizers and the rudder. But most of it's got flash. The engines don't have too much flash on it, so I'm pretty relieved of that. So this is a pretty nice kit, guys. I'm pleased that they brought this old bird out. I'm not sure if Alex Modeling has one of these or not, because I think he had one before, and he did the homemade roundels he painted on. He did an excellent job on it. Alex is a good builder, and he's very adventurous when he gets into it. So, anyway, that concludes what I got at the hobby shop today. And I'm like a little kid, like to show off my toys, and all of us modelers are children at heart. Keeps you young. These things keep me going, they keep me young. Okay, guys, oh yeah, secondly, here's the, lastly, this is what they give you. They give you a little spool, looks like about 20 feet, of cotton thread. You take this stuff and you pitch it. You get fly fishing line that you can buy, Walmart, places that sell tackle and bait and stuff like that, any fishing, any sports store, anywhere, or use monofilament. And that's the best to use for rigging wires. This stuff here that you guys give you kits, throw away. It ain't no good, because you'll regret it. You rig your model up with this stuff, that thread will fuzz out. I've seen guys take thread like this before and paint it silver. You don't want to paint that, because if you start painting the cotton thread, then it'll frizzle on you. It'll take away your model building. It'll look terrible. So go ahead and use monofilament or use that fly fishing line. Can't go wrong with those two materials right there. So right here, this goes in the trash can. Right there, that's where it stays. That was just a waste of money for them. Okay, guys, that concludes my Sopwith Camel, and stay tuned for tomorrow. I should have an update of my Mariner tomorrow. I should have it painted tomorrow, because it's supposed to have been done by today, but I had things to do and everything, and so I have to take care of bills and business and such, and so you got to take care of your priorities. These can wait; they'll always be there, and so I'm back at it again. So hopefully I'll be able to have the finished paint schedule done by tomorrow, and the Mariner will be complete by as late as Sunday. I should have it finished. I'll start on my Dakota on Monday. I got to get back and I got to do some sanding that filler out there and give her about 3 coats of primer and assemble the parts and get it ready for the finished paint schedule and get it done before we get pictures set to going and everything, and before the group bill expires a week from today. Okay, guys, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in, and may God bless, and thank you very much for watching my videos. Very pleased. You guys are like a family to me, you know, and I've been on here for almost a year now, and boy, it's free flowing, and I learned a lot from a lot of you great fellows out there. Some fellows I haven't seen in a long time, like Warren. I haven't seen him for a long time, and Pezapoo, I haven't seen him for a long time. And I hope Russell Gosling's okay. I hope him and his family can reconcile, get back together again, and touch base, make some kind of compromise so he can get back on the tube again and start building his models. Because, you know, like I say, there's got to be some kind of compromise in marriage. I mean, if you got a hobby that you really love the most, and you got a wonderful wife that supports you, like mine does, I mean, you can't go wrong. But if you have a wife that disapproves of what you're doing, like that's, it's not going to work out too good, guys. So you just got to be compromised somewhere. You got to let her do what she wants to do. You do what you want to do. I do what I do. I'm here. My kids are all gone. I'm just withering away, just enjoying my hobby, enjoying you great fellows out there. You guys have been a great consolation to this old man. And I look forward to making videos all the time and keep you guys on your toes and inspire you guys. I'm very pleased I do it, give you guys inspiration, and it makes me happy. So anyway, folks, time for you to sign up on here. I've been on here for about almost a half an hour. Unbelievable. That's because I miss you guys. Okay, guys, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in one more time again, and may God bless and happy modeling, and please subscribe. And we'll catch you on the next video, so please stay tuned for the finished paint schedule of the Chancellor's Flyboat Group build featuring my PBM Mariner. It's Frankie Day signing off. Catch you boys later. Bye now.